Southwest Wrestling. Pro wrestling action from the Southwest region, with matches sanctioned and supervised by RWL Wrestling League. Some of the greatest stars from all over the world, and some of the newest stars in RWL. And now, your hosts for the next 60 minutes, Chicago Danny Awesome and Gene Berry.
All right, folks, how you doing tonight? We're in Utica, New York for RWL Southwest Wrestling. I know it ain't the Southwest, but hey, we're here just the same. Chicago Danny Awesome and Gene Berry, regional manager for the Southwest region. Gino, what a lineup for tonight, huh?
You certainly said it. And in our main event tonight, an 8-woman elimination match to decide the #1 contender for the Joyce Grable Memorial title held by Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
And gang, that's just the main event. Also on hand tonight, das Deutschenhammer Josef von Schmidt's going to be competing, and in tag team action, we've got the team of Karrion Kross and Mad Dog Mark McKay joining forces again tonight. It's a stacked lineup, folks. I hope you're going to stick around. It's going to be a terrific hour of RWL Mad action.
And we'll be back with the first match in just a moment.
Tonight's opening match, and it's gonna be a battle of the Schmidts in a one-on-one confrontation between Ty Schmidt of the Toxic Table, now affiliated with Bell Unlimited, facing Das Deutschenhammer, Josef von Schmidt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Southwest Championship Wrestling, sanctioned and supervised by RWL. Our first match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing the Toxic Table, along with Too Short Welfare Popeye Scott Bell from parts unknown, weight also unknown. Here is Ty Schmidt.
Gino, I'm real sorry. I know you're mad about this one. Too Short showed up the other night on Rage with Pat McAfee and the rest of the Toxic Table, and it turns out he scraped the bottom of the barrel below the gunk to come up with the Toxic Table, now part of Bell Unlimited.
I know, it's disgusting. It's not even, it's beyond disgusting, Danny. It's repugnant. Absolutely repugnant. The Toxic Table. Myron Schimmelman had great hopes for them, but unfortunately, turns out they've affiliated themselves with Too Short Welfare Popeye. You run with dogs, you're going to get fleas.
Come on, put a smile back on that great big foot. What chance has Ty Schmidt got against Das Deutschenhammer, Josef von Schmidt? Come on, don't you feel a little better?
I suppose I do.
And his opponent, from Dresden, Germany, weighing 275 pounds, Das Deutschhammer, Josef von Schmidt.
And there he is, back in the title hunt, the German super soldier. Talk about titles, the World Heavyweight Championship now in the hands of The Undertaker. And everybody's paying attention, including Josef von Schmidt.
What an absolute shock the other night at Rage. Turned out to be The Undertaker, of all people, who was made interim champion by Steve Groves and Tex Lynch. I couldn't believe it. I thought it might be anyone else. But I didn't think it was going to be The Undertaker, and that's definitely going to shake things up in the championship division.
And so far, American Supreme Matt Clark's got nothing to say about being stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship. He's staying mum. He's dummied up. He ain't saying a word.
Well, he's entitled to. It's really no one's business as to why they decided they weren't going to publicize it. The reason as to why he was stripped of the title, but I'm sure at some point someone's going to come clean about it all.
I certainly hope so. I mean, they can't keep this a mystery forever.
In the meantime, Josef von Schmidt has been rubbing shoulders with the likes of the Mexican monolith Warlord Santos lately. It might be something of a come down to be facing Ty Schmidt of the Toxic Table, but determined to make it to the title top by any means necessary, Josef von Schmidt will have to see how it all develops.
Hey, you talk about developments, Gino? Well, things are developing. On the road to the Memphis Million in December, the big year-ending, season-ending supercard.
Indeed. The Memphis Million is a crucial thing. We got a terrific opening match here tonight, though.
That's right, we do. All right, referee Anthony Corallo rings the bell. Von Schmidt with a clothesline. Takes down Ty Schmidt, goes for a cover. Just the one, says the ref. Von Schmidt misses and lands right on his butt.
A rough landing for Von Schmidt. Ty Schmidt from behind. The rear naked choke.
Joseph Von Schmidt fights his way out. Gets back on his feet. Misses with the elbow. That was sloppy. There's a hard right that spins Ty Schmidt around. And whoa, a clothesline that spun him around like a record. Joseph Von Schmidt pitches Ty Schmidt to the outside floor. And here he goes. Das Deutschenhammer doing his usual showing off.
That's Joseph Von Schmidt. Seasoned veteran, of course. One of the very best.
Ty Schmidt, with a series of shots, collides with Von Schmidt. Von Schmidt locks him up. Ty Schmidt counters. Gets a hold of Joseph Von Schmidt. Drives him into the floor with a DDT. Ty Schmidt battling back here. Getting the momentum back on his side, which is really a surprise.
Nobody's more surprised than I am. Of course, now he's got Too Short Popeye on his side. Now he's going to cheat. Lousy bastard.
Come on, don't do that. Joseph Von Schmidt rallying the crowd here in Utica. I know it ain't Christmas, but Aunt Sarah will still love to have you.
What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, Uncle Leo comes to visit when Ralph wrenches his back the night before the company physical.
Oh, yes, of course, the honeymooners, yes. I forgot.
Ty Schmidt goes for a pin. 1, 2. Well, it's a near fall, but it don't win the match. Ty Schmidt escorts Joseph Von Schmidt towards the ropes. Tags him with a hard right. Follows it up with a second. Spins Von Schmidt around, choking him with the top rope. Well, Ty Schmidt learning the lessons early from Too Short welfare Popeye Scott Bell. Von Schmidt collapses towards the center of the ring. Ty Schmidt snaps the leg on him. Boy, Gino, that 8-woman eliminator for the main event tonight for the Joyce Grable title, #1 contender.
A huge deal. And a gigantic field of 8 of the top ladies. Have to be ladies legend level to even be considered for this matchup. I'm thinking about all the ones that didn't make it. No Jacqueline, no Ivory. I'm rather disappointed, actually. No Asia Kong either.
Joseph Von Schmidt with Ty Schmidt up over his shoulders, cracks his head into the turnbuckle, and down he goes. He counters, gets back up out of the corner. Joseph Von Schmidt gets the upper hand on him. Up against the ropes goes Ty Schmidt. Now Von Schmidt paying him back, choking him with the top rope. There's a yank and boom. Down goes Ty Schmidt, center ring. Das Deutschenhammer putting the boots to the hands of Ty Schmidt. Whoa! A flying elbow. Takes Joseph Von Schmidt down pretty quick. Ty Schmidt up on the top turnbuckle in the danger zone here. Double X handle, and he nailed it. I gotta give it to him. He's been hanging with Joseph Von Schmidt.
Really has. Pretty amazing. Ty Schmidt is considered the weakest link in the toxic table of AJ Hawk, Boston Connor, and Ty Schmidt. And he's definitely showing some skills here against Joseph Von Schmidt, a former world champion and all.
Ty Schmidt with a double leg snap on Das Deutschenhammer. Von Schmidt counters, gets back up on his feet, gets a hold of Ty Schmidt, tags him with an uppercut to the back of the head. Tags him with a right. Gouges the face, gets him down. Whoa! A vicious snap of the neck. And Too Short has been manipulating the turnbuckle. Von Schmidt drops all his weight into the midsection of Ty Schmidt. The battle of the Schmidts has been pretty intense so far. Double shot to the midsection from Von Schmidt. Ty Schmidt whipped to the ropes. Von Schmidt goes behind. German release suplex. What else? And again, Too Short manipulating the top turnbuckle. Hard right hands to the head of Ty Schmidt. Das Deutschenhammer again drops all the weight right into the breadbasket of Ty Schmidt. And now you got both of them on the outside. More right hands to the head of Ty Schmidt.
Things have turned around. Josef Von Schmidt definitely with the momentum and the upper hand at the present time.
Von Schmidt takes himself back inside the ring. Again, doing a little bit of showboating here. And Ty Schmidt's out to lunch.
The referee trying to wake him up. How many fingers am I holding up? Ty Schmidt finally coming to here.
And Von Schmidt's getting into it with Too Short. But the distraction doesn't work. Von Schmidt has him up. There's a power bomb with a pin, but the referee's distracted with the stupid turnbuckle. Von Schmidt held him down for like a count of 10 already.
It's ridiculous. And no, already too late.
Von Schmidt all the way up on a top turnbuckle. Elbow halfway across town into the chest of Ty Schmidt. A stomp to the midsection. Now Von Schmidt toying with Ty Schmidt. Von Schmidt locks him up. Escorts Ty Schmidt towards the ropes. Das Deutschenhammer dropped him down off the top rope. And Von Schmidt's turned it around again. A wicked series of shots, including an uppercut. Josef Von Schmidt with the crowd here in Utica straight up on the guy's side. Von Schmidt rounds up Ty Schmidt and again hangs him up on the top rope. Scott Bell, he's going to try something else. Ty Schmidt counters, gets back up on his feet, charges through the ropes. A flying shoulder into Josef Von Schmidt. Von Schmidt and Ty Schmidt trade shots. A leg snap. And Ty Schmidt is wearing himself out.
Running on fumes at this point. Got to be one of the longest matches he's ever been involved in.
Ty Schmidt rolls an elbow into the chest of Das Deutschenhammer, the German super soldier, having his difficulties here. Ty Schmidt swings and misses. Von Schmidt goes behind on him. Whoa! A beautiful flipping suplex from Von Schmidt, the referee, continuing to count here. And Von Schmidt torturing. Ty Schmidt makes his way in. We got less than a minute and a half to go.
It's not looking very promising, is it?
Ty Schmidt whips Von Schmidt to the corner. There's a nice monkey toss. Oh, Ty Schmidt's frustrated. He better do something quick. He's got only a minute to go here. Josef Von Schmidt in trouble and on the mat. Ty Schmidt takes himself to the top turnbuckle. Less than a minute to go. Missile drop kick takes Von Schmidt down. And here's a pin. One. Von Schmidt still in the game. But the time's running out. Another DDT from Ty Schmidt, who's got practically nothing left. Ty Schmidt drags Josef Von Schmidt towards the middle of the ring. He's got to do something. He's got less than half a minute to go. A hard right spins Von Schmidt around. Olympic slam, Kurt Angle style. There's a cover. 1, 2, I don't believe it. You gotta be kidding me. And Ty Schmidt, he's frustrated and he's out of time.
The time limit is expired. This match has been declared a draw.
Boy, Chino, talk about a come down, a time limit draw.
Yes, but look at the bright side. Von Schmidt wasn't beaten.
We'll be right back.
As our WL Southwest continues, brand spanking new tag team on the scene. Wildside Warren Garrett and Bruce the Shark Finn make their tag team debut against Mad Dog Mark McKay and Karrion Kross.
The following tag team match, one fall with a 15-minute time limit, introducing first at a total combined weight of 438 pounds from Schwale, Arkansas, Wildside Warren Garrett, and from Algonquin, Maine, Bruce the Shark Finn.
The team of Garrett and Finn, brand spanking new. Wildside Warren Garrett still wearing his Shamrock Slam Academy jacket. And Bruce the Shark Finn, obviously in the aquatic blue. Brand new tag team facing Mad Dog Mark McKay and Karrion Kross. This is gonna be nuts.
Their opponents at a total combined weight of 445 pounds. First, accompanied by Miss Morse X from Ithaca, New York, Mad Dog McKay.
Don't let Mad Dog McKay's appearance in this tag team match fool you, Danny. It's not over between he and Eddie Guerrero. He's already said so. There's going to be another match between he and Latino Heat.
Well, that's another problem for another time. Right now, it's all about him and Karrion Kross teaming up against this Wildside Warren G and Bruce the Shark Finn.
His partner, accompanied by Scarlett Bordeaux from Las Vegas, Nevada, Karrion Kross.
Talk about your odd couple tag teams. It started out as rivals, and now they're tag team partners. Most unusual pairing. One wonders how they managed to maintain a decent tag team relationship with the egos they possess.
Well, that's a problem they got to deal with on their own. But I'm sure they're not going to have too much trouble against Wildside Warren Garrett and Bruce the Shark Finn.
Well, Danny, you don't sound very optimistic.
Well, how can I? I mean, they're new. Wildside Warren Garrett and Mark McKay starting it off here. McKay with a quick jab, a left, a right, a quick hip toss from Wildside Warren Garrett. Garrett whips McKay to his team's corner. Here comes Bruce the Shark. A shot to the midsection to McKay. McKay counters with an elbow. A clothesline. Puts Bruce the Shark Finn down in the corner. Mad Dog Mark McKay chokes him with a boot and turns it over to Karrion Kross. Kross runs into a kick right to the face. Bruce the Shark Finn. That's a great costume.
It's a very nice ring gear, actually. It has that aquatic theme.
Yep, aquatic theme. Well, it's definitely got some character. Mr. Wildside Warren could definitely use some lessons on sartorial splendor. Here's a tag to Wildside Warren. Karrion Kross. Lick to the ropes. Double shoulders. Wildside Warren Garrett. Warren G to his friends. Working on Karrion Kross.
Doesn't seem to be doing too badly for himself. Neither one of them, actually. He got the upper hand on the other team now. Never would have expected it.
A cheap shot from Mad Dog Mark McKay. A rebound off the ropes from Warren G. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Nope, just the 1. Wildside Warren G with a shot takes down Karrion Kross. Look at this, a little Karate Kid over here. Mad Dog Mark McKay brought in on the tag. Whips Warren to the ropes. Ducks under a second time, and drops him with an elbow. McKay with a pin. 1, 2. A near fall. Mad Dog Mark McKay and Karrion Kross with all the experience in the world on these guys. Green is squirrel crap. Here comes Bruce the Shark Finn. McKay tags him with a right, and down he goes. A stomp to the midsection. Both Scarlet Bordeaux and Miss Morse X standing ringside, each supporting their fella. Mad Dog Mark McKay in the corner. Charges a clothesline to Bruce Finn. Finn gathered up by McKay. The Mad Dog whips into his team's corner. Pulls on the arm, using the ropes for leverage. Smashes Bruce Finn's head into the turnbuckle. Bruce the Shark Finn in trouble. Mad Dog McKay, asserting himself, nails him with a knee breaker. And Bruce Finn had better think about making a tag. And quickly, McKay snaps the leg on Bruce the Shark. Bruce counters with a kick to the head. Bruce with a set of wrist clutch kicks to the head of Mad Dog Mark McKay. And McKay getting twisted up over here. Catches a pair of knees to the back. Here comes Wildside Warren Garrett again. Garrett caught up by McKay. Whips to the ropes and catches a big knee to the gut. Here's the ref. 1, 2. Only a 2. Another near fall for the team of McKay and Kross. A clothesline puts Warren G on the outside. McKay goes after Bruce Finn. Winds up catching a knee to the head from Warren Garrett. Wrist flips knee to the skull from Warren G. Warren G winds it up, a forearm. A tag to Bruce the Shark Finn. McKay caught off guard here. Bruce Finn tags him in the turnbuckle and tosses him to the middle of the ring. McKay counters with a couple of forearms. Mad Dog Mark McKay, definitely with a massive experience edge. Warren G tags him with a cheap shot. Bruce Finn whips McKay to the ropes, drives a knee into his midsection and kicks him in the back of the head. Bruce Finn starts to open up over here, but he beats it out of town and turns it over to Wildside Warren Garrett. Garrett with a running dropkick to McKay. A set of hard right hands to the head and a stomp. Wildside Warren Garrett takes down Mad Dog Mark McKay. Tags him with some bully punches. Mad Dog Mark McKay beginning to lose the upper hand in this one. And Karrion Kross is already busted open. Apparently McKay has followed suit. There's something you can't ignore about the new junior tag team. Not doing too badly for themselves. Karrion Kross tags Warren with a knee. 1. Only a 1 at the ref. Karrion Kross goes after Bruce Finn. Brings him in over the top rope. Tags him with a hard right hand to the back. Wildside Warren back inside the ring. Karrion Kross counters with a knee. Up over the shoulders. That's belly driver. Warren rolls out of the ring quick. Karrion Kross catches a flying punch. From wild side, Warren Garrett. A cover, 1. No dice. Just the 1. Karrion Kross. Counters with a right hand. Gets a hold of Warren. Has him up over the shoulder. Wild side, Warren Garrett going to go for the ride into the turnbuckle. And crashes all the way down. Karrion Kross. Locks up. Garrett. Whip to the other team's corner. Karrion Kross. With a kick to the leg of wild side Warren G. Clothesline. Down goes wild side Warren G. A cover. 1. Not even a 1. Damn close though. Spinning punch to Karrion Kross. Kross catches a set of kicks to the head from Warren G. Wrist clutch knee. Warren G starting to unload here on Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross gets back to a standing position. Warren tosses him to the corner. Here comes Bruce Finn. They whip Karrion Kross to the ropes. A double team back body drop. Bruce Finn off the ropes. Drives a knee into the head of Karrion Kross. His head's taking a beating. Yeah, Karrion Kross better think about tagging. He's in trouble. Bruce Finn. Again, this team, this new fledgling team getting the upper hand on Karrion Kross and Mad Dog Mark McKay. Gone on quite a while already. Bruce Finn. The right hand to the head of Karrion Kross. And he's going to keep going. Karrion Kross is already busted open. He's going to start bleeding some more. Bruce Finn just unloading on Karrion Kross. He is catching a beatdown. Bruce Finn tags in wild side Warren Garrett. Wild side off the middle rope with a moonsault. There's a pin. 1, 2. Just another near fall. Wow, what a match this has been so far. Kross whip to the ropes. A hard shot to the head from Warren Garrett. Garrett whips Kross to his team's corner. I'm really impressed with this team. They ain't doing too bad for themselves. Certainly holding their own against a much more seasoned team. Flying kick right off the head, right to the side of the head of Karrion Kross. Bruce Finn is tagged in. Nails the other guy with a shoulder. And down he goes. Mad Dog McKay. Not cold by that shoulder from Bruce Finn. Finn goes out to the wrong side of town. Not a good idea. Karrion Kross. Whoa. Just dropped him face first into the floor. Karrion Kross tosses Bruce Finn to the ring steps. Mad Dog Mark McKay back to his corner. A shoulder to wild side Warren Garrett. A tag to Mad Dog Mark McKay. Bruce Finn finally shaking off the effects. Scarlet Bordeaux rolls him back inside the ring. The leg drop fails to connect from McKay. Bruce Finn hangs McKay off the top rope. I'm impressed with this Bruce Finn. Of the two, I mean, they're both pretty good, but Bruce Finn really showing out in this matchup. Again, Bruce Finn working on Mad Dog Mark McKay. He's not letting up. Bruce Finn really laying it in on the Mad Dog. Karrion Kross might want to think about getting in there and helping him out. They're running out of time too. Just about 3 minutes to go. With Warren Garrett brought in on the tag. A hard right to McKay, spins him around. Up over the shoulder, reverse fireman's carry, a knee to the head. And a pin. 1, 2. Again, Mad Dog Mark McKay. Rolls out to the floor. Warren Garrett going after Karrion Kross. And finally knocks him down to the floor. Miss Morse X and Scarlett Bordeaux conferring over here, trying to distract Warren Garrett. Mad Dog McKay finally gets back up to his feet. Tags Garrett with a right, a kick to the gut, and a neck breaker. Mad Dog McKay with a pin. Bruce Finn right there breaking it up. And out he went. Mad Dog Mark McKay snaps the leg on Warren Garrett. McKay whips him to his team's corner. Here comes Karrion Kross. A hard whip to the ropes. Double team back body drop. Karrion Kross taking over for his team. Warren Garrett rolls to the outside. A flying shoulder from Karrion Kross to Warren Garrett. And Wildside's not looking too wild right now. Yeah, he's all messed up. An elbow from Wildside Warren Garrett. Karrion Kross opens up with a set of shots, but Garrett counters him. Whoa! Flips him and drives a knee into his chest. With just a little over a minute to go, we may see another time limit draw here. I certainly hope not. It would suck. Warren Garrett with a hard right to Karrion Kross. Here comes Bruce Finn again. Finn charges. Drives a knee into the head of Karrion Kross. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. What the hell? You gotta be kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 14 minutes and 14 seconds. And your winners, the team of Wildside, Warren Garrett, and Bruce the Shark Finn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes unexpected things can happen. We'll be right back with more RWL Southwest in a moment.
In the main event tonight, Ronda Rousey, Molly Holly, Chyna, Asuka, Beth Phoenix, Lita, Rockin' Robin, and Toni Storm. A woman elimination match. How's that for going out with a bang?
Tonight's main event is an 8-woman elimination match. The winner to be designated #1 contender for the Joyce Grable Memorial Tournament Championship. Coming down the aisle first, from Kyoto, Japan, Asuka.
Been a crazy night so far. The Battle of the Schmitz ending in a draw. That tag team match, an upset win by an upstart tag team, and now this, an 8-woman elimination match. And here comes Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow. She's a heavy favorite to win this match. And why not? She's a multi-time Ladies Legends champion. Well, you're damn sure stating facts right there, Gino. Asuka, with that smash-mouth Japanese style of hers, in this field with 7 other contenders. And it's a wild lineup. Unbelievable. You know, the wild thing about it is, all of these opponents have faced Liberty Belle Danielle before, except for Toni Storm. She's like the dark horse.
Oh, well, she's certainly appeared already a couple of times against Mercedes Moné and recently on RWL television.
Next, from Buffalo, New York, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
The Glamazon's a good bet to win this match, too. After all, she's got a pretty good history, and she's got a rivalry going with Liberty Belle Danielle, and Betty Powers, for that matter, from both, well, American Powers. You know, everybody talks about American Powers now. how they've been split up for like 2 months now. It's been.
In a long 2 months. And fans are definitely concerned as to whether or not American powers will ever get back together again.
Well, again, that's up to them. Primarily, it's up to Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote, I guess. But she's got a lot of pressure with all them titles and stuff.
Also from Redondo Beach, California, the ninth wonder of the world, China.
My hands-down favorite to win this matchup, full stop. The ninth wonder of the world, China. Do it! Yes, that's it. Do it, girl. China, also a former Ladies Legends champion. And I think she has what it takes to make it all the way through the survival of 7 other opponents in this absolutely chaotic matchup.
Yep, China's got the potential. I don't know. Is she a favorite? Well, to you she's a favorite. I'm not sure she can do it.
Next, from Cameron, South Carolina, the Queen of Extreme, Lita.
If I gotta keep it 100, Gino, when I do, I don't think Lita is gonna be able to hang with this field of 7 other opponents for very long.
Well, she's one of the smallest in the group. She's very likely to be one of the first to be eliminated, especially in an aggressive field. If she's targeted by more than one opponent, it could be lights out for Lita.
Also from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Molly Holly.
Now, again, I gotta be honest. Molly Holly, she's got about the same chances as Frosty the Snowman on the corner of Hellfire Boulevard and Brimstone Lane. She ain't gonna make it. She's not even gonna. She's gonna be. She ain't even gonna go 5 minutes. I'm telling you.
Wow, well, a very charitable point of view.
Look, I'm just being honest.
Next, from Memphis, Tennessee, Rockin' Robin.
The sister of Jake the Snake Roberts, Rockin' Robin, making her way down to the ring for this 8-woman elimination matchup. She's got a really good chance. But again, she's got this reputation where she plays by the rules. She's strictly scientific. In a field with a bunch of brawlers and strong women, I don't know if that technical stuff's going to work out too good for Rockin' Robin.
There's always a chance if she can keep everyone else busy. Well, everyone else will be keeping themselves busy. She has to find one opponent and stick with it. If she can stay on one opponent and keep it going, she can eliminate a lot of people if she can do it that way. And I don't remember where it was, I've heard it, but it said 1,000 throats can be cut in one night by a running man.
Oh, that's Star Trek. Yeah, I've heard that before. It's a Klingon thing.
Also from Venice Beach, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
One of the last dregs in Too Short's bottom of the barrel, Ronda Rousey. Well, she's got an opportunity. We'll have to see how that goes. But she's got those MMA skills, so, you know, she could handle herself. But in a field with 7 other opponents, that's a tougher thing. It's more like she's not Dione the Titaness or anything, where she can go with 2 or 3 people at the same time.
Ronda Rousey may not be Dione the Titaness, but she has a definite ability in the ring, and she's going to prove a tough opponent in this particular type of matchup. Ronda Rousey is not to be taken lightly.
And from the Gold Coast of Australia, Tony Storm.
Like I said, the dark horse, timeless Tony Storm. putting in an appearance here in RWL's Ladies Legends division. And wow, she is really something else, ain't she?
Yeah, stands today as one of the most popular women wrestlers in the world at the present time. Why not? She definitely carries herself very well. You know, there's an interesting story. You'll note the adornment on the belt of Toni Storm actually has a meaning.
It's got a, what the hell kind of meaning does it have?
It's the symbol of a tiger rampant over a globe. And it means rhymes with wussy, rules the world.
Okay. All right, well, yeah, that's Toni Storm, all right. Well, like I said, dark horse in this 8-woman match.
Now remember, Danny, old man, pace yourself. You don't have to call everything. The bell's rung.
Lita with a Hurricane Rana. Toni Storm goes after Ronda Rousey. Molly Holly with a flip over neck whip. A pin attempt that goes nowhere. Toni Storm catching it from Rockin' Robin. A whole bunch of kicks and an arm snap. Here's another pin attempt, but no dice. Not happening. Toni Storm switches it up, goes after Lita. Molly Holly whipped to the corner by Rockin' Robin. Molly Holly counters against Toni Storm. Yeah, it's getting a little bit crazy. All right, well, Asuka back in the ring and knocked right down again by the Glamazon. Look at this on the outside. Toni Storm with a fly swatter on Molly Holly. Telling you she ain't gonna last long.
It doesn't look promising right now, does it?
Toni Storm goes back to work on Molly Holly on the outside. Meanwhile, on the inside, China raining a bunch of punches on Ronda Rousey. Toni Storm still on the outside. And she goes after, excuse me, what looks like Molly Holly. Still going at it with Toni Storm. Lita with a knee to the head of an opponent on the outside, going under the ring. Again, no disqualifications in this matchup.
Anything goes. You can do whatever they like.
Toni Storm center ring taken down by Rockin' Robin. And this match, well, everybody here wants that shot at the Joyce Grable Memorial title. Liberty Belt Danielle Heathcote's championship. And she loves that thing. She's the first to hold it, and she's never given it up since. Meanwhile, back inside, Toni Storm with a scoop slam on Rockin' Robin. A pin attempt that goes nowhere. A spinning slam from the Glamazon. Ronda Rousey on the outside. Molly Holly storms her, but it don't go anywhere. Toni Storm with a running splash on another opponent. It is just absolute chaos.
We knew it would be. Is anyone really surprised?
I suppose not. Lita hanging up an opponent off the ropes. China on the outside with Molly Holly. There's a pin, but no good. Beth Phoenix has to go back from start. And we still ain't got no eliminations yet. A lot of this fighting is going on the outside. China's into it with Lita. Toni Storm breaks away from the crowd. Ronda Rousey back on the inside, putting the boots to Beth Phoenix. Ronda Rousey with an opportunity to go for a pin with nobody else around. Both boots into the midsection of Beth Phoenix. And Ronda Rousey cuts loose with a chair. And everybody else is fighting on the outside. Complete and utter chaos. Toni Storm back on Molly Holly again. I guess they really don't like each other very much. Beth Phoenix with a knee to the head of Molly Holly. Ronda Rousey taken down by the Glamazon. The Glamazon's got a knack. For these multi-person matches, she can take control of two opponents at the same time. You know, kind of like Dione. China trying to swing the chair, but Beth Phoenix rounds her up into a torture rack. Possible submission. On the outside. Just out of the lighting area, you can't really see anything. But Toni Storm's going to work on somebody back there. China catches a shot to the head with a candlestick. And we still haven't seen a single elimination yet. It'll take a long time. Gino, this match, absolute chaos. And you know, it says a lot about the ladies division in RWL. We have one of the best ladies divisions anywhere in all of professional wrestling. I will not argue the point because it wouldn't be worth it. Meanwhile, back in the jungle, it's just still crazy. Ronda Rousey with a bulldog. Another submission attempt by Beth Phoenix. There's still a bunch of ladies on the outside. China runs after Lita, drops a neck breaker on her, takes down Molly Holly with a shoulder. Wow, here's a pin attempt. One. Only a one on this one. Toni Storm with a candlestick. Disarmed by Lita. Catches a jawbreaker. Ronda Rousey back to work again on Beth Phoenix. What a match we've got going here. What a main event. And whoever wins this one is going to face Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote for the Joy GM Women's Championship. And the Joyce Graver Memorial. It is a mouthful. Danny, it's all right. In the meantime, on the inside of the ring, Beth Phoenix rounded up by Rockin' Robin. Back suplex. On the outside of the ring, northwestern corner, Toni Storm catches a neck breaker from Ronda Rousey. Rockin' Robin rounded up into a backbreaker by the Glamazon. Only a 2 count. We're hard pressed to get an elimination here. None of these ladies wants to give up. Everybody wants to win. A spear to Ronda Rousey from Toni Storm on the outside. Asuka still in the fight. Just took China down on the outside. Wow. It's hard to keep track of. Really difficult, especially since nobody's been eliminated yet. You weren't kidding, it was going to take a long time. Because we're almost halfway through the time limit and still nobody's gone. Beth Phoenix leaves the ring empty, comes outside with a chair. Asuka, with those martial arts skills, takes the Glamazon down. China gets Asuka back in the ring. And then China gets taken down. Toni Storm unloads on China with a candlestick. This is an insane main event. Tell you what, whoever winds up facing Liberty Belt, Danielle, they earned this spot.
No question about it. If you're the last woman standing in this particular field of 8, you owned it.
Great, nobody's inside the ring. No pin attempts, no submissions. Oh, finally. Ronda Rousey brought back in. Asuka just came back in. China just rejoined us. Asuka goes behind on China. Here we go with the Asuka lock. Could be the end for the 9th wonder of the world. Nope, not yet. Meanwhile, on the outside, Beth Phoenix going to work on an opponent here. Here's a pin attempt from Toni Storm, and that's it. That is the end. Apparently, it looked like for Asuka. Now a submission on Toni Storm. This match is absolute chaos. So we got one elimination so far. Toni Storm on the inside slams Asuka into the canvas. Everybody else duking it out on the outside. Whoa! A kendo stick tossed to the face of the Glamazon by Lita, the Queen of Extreme. Whoa! Face buster. Rockin' Robin still in the game. There's a toss from Rockin' Robin. Lita goes behind on Robin. Meanwhile, on the inside, Toni Storm putting the boots to Asuka. So far, just one elimination. More than halfway through the time limit. Toni Storm with the elbow drop on Asuka. The Empress of Tomorrow's laid out. 1, 2, 3, and that's the end. Wow. Now we're down to 6. And Toni Storm has already eliminated 2. She is performing amazingly. Who would have thought that she was a dark horse? She's turning out to be pretty amazing. Beth Phoenix takes Lita down. Covers. 1. Nope, not enough. Toni Storm brought back into the ring by Rockin' Robin. Wow. Look at this field. Thinning out more and more. 1, 2. Another elimination. Rockin' Robin's gone. And then there were 4, 5, 4. Yep. Lita, Beth Phoenix, Toni Storm, and Ronda Rousey. Another pin attempt here. Well, whether on purpose or by accident, that got ruined. Lita just took out Ronda Rousey. And the numbers are thinning out pretty quick. Toni Storm catches it from Lita through the ropes. Human missile. Ronda Rousey's out of here. So long. Oh, too bad Bella Unlimited isn't going to the dance. Oh well. Wow. So these are our final 3. Toni Storm with a neck breaker on Lita, the Glamazon, back up on her feet. Another Hurricane Rana to Lita. Oh, these are our final 4. No, we're down to those final 3. This match is confusing as all hell. Toni Storm has laid everybody out. Already has 2 eliminations down. Only 2 eliminations to go. Beth Phoenix taken down by Toni Storm. Lita She's back in the game. Toni Storm driven into the barricade. Beth Phoenix gets back up. Toni Storm drives Lita towards the barricade. Drives Beth Phoenix back inside the ring. And here comes Toni Storm. She and the Glamazon lock it up. Whipped into the northwest corner. A clothesline from the Glamazon. Toni Storm up into the powerful slam from the Glamazon. Lita back in the mix. Goes after Beth Phoenix. Toni Storm has rolled out of the ring. Lita goes for the cover on Beth Phoenix. 1, 2. Nope. Toni Storm with a chair, but Lita takes her down real quick. Beth Phoenix is laid out. Lita goes into the submission on Toni Storm. Toni Storm finds her way out of that. Beth Phoenix taken down. The kendo stick out of play. Toni Storm stretching the Glamazon. Look at this. This is, oh wow. Hello. That's it. The bell's rung. The Glamazon's done. It's down to just Lita and Toni Storm, and Lita just took her down with a beautiful aerial move. The Queen of Extreme rolls out of the way of Toni Storm's shot. Sets up. Oh, look at that reverse Frankensteiner with a pin. 1, 2. No. Just the one. Beautiful reverse Frankensteiner from Lita. A shot to the midsection from Toni Storm. Toni Storm slams Lita into the turnbuckle. Lita counters, finds her way out. Goes to the other corner. Crashes and burns on the moonsault. Toni Storm whips her into the corner again. Toni Storm with a kick to the leg of Lita. These are our final 2. I don't believe it. Another Hurricane Rana from Toni Storm, who takes herself to the top turnbuckle. She's gonna go where? Look out. Here it is. Boom. Elbow across the chest of Lita. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And are you... wow, what a night. Toni Storm.
Here's the time. 16 minutes and 32 seconds. Your winner and last woman standing, Toni Storm.
I certainly hope Danielle Heathcote's fully recovered from her casket match with Luna Vachon, because here comes Toni Storm.
All right, fans, before we wrap it up here, at the end of the match, during the break, Toni Storm got a hold of a microphone, and she certainly had quite a bit to say. Let's check it out.
Danielle Heathcote, I think it's time you and I should meet over the Joyce Grable Memorial Tournament Championship. And don't be late, please.
As they say in the hood, oh snap. Toni Storm gunning for Danielle's coveted Joyce Grable Memorial title. And it's going to be a colorful edition of Snarl this upcoming Saturday. Oh, Danny, wish I could be there.
Yeah, me too. Well, folks, that wraps up this edition of RWL Southwest Championship Wrestling. We thank you, as always, for being with us. Coming up this Saturday will be the next edition of RWL Snarl. And we'll be back, well, whenever. For all of us here at RWL Chicago, Danny Awesome and Gene Perry saying good night. Thanks. We'll see you next time.